people, and welcome to the Birchmount Buzz podcast. This is the Hot Topic segment. I'm Damian.
And I'm Ryeda, where we make sense of the moment.
Period. So today we're going to be talking about university. So, we're graduating. We have a lot of questions about university, about college experiences outside of high school. What does that look like? What are we, going to do? And we have someone in the studio to talk about this with us today. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the show, Mr. Harriott.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here. First appearance on season 2.
Yes,
y'all are the first.
I know we had you on season 1.
Season one. Shout out to y'all. Y'all are winning for that segment because I'm on.
So, yeah, of course.
Right.
So before we actually start and get into everything, we just wanted to get to know you on a little bit of a personal level.
Yeah. So we have some rapid fire questions for you. About 5 of them, so you don't have to stretch your answers, just quick answers.
Got you.
Ready?
Yes.
So what's your favorite genre of music / favorite artist?
Or a song that you it's your go-to.
Okay, so I would say my favorite genre, I love R&B. It's between R&B and hip hop. I would say I'll put R&B as my favorite genre. But my favorite artist is not from the R&B catalog. Okay. My favorite artist is J. Cole. He's a rapper, hip-hop artist. So,
yeah. I thought you were going to say Beyonce.
Unfortunately, nah. But I do rate Beyonce. She's amazing.
You better.
Okay. So this is a bit more personal. What's your weekend like as a high school teacher?
Wow. Yeah.
What you be doing on Saturdays?
Honestly, the weekend is sometimes just rotting in the couch, because the weeks are so busy. But it's hanging out with friends. It's doing all the things I never get to do during the week. Hanging out with friends, going to the gym, getting a haircut, laundry, cooking, groceries. It's literally everything. So
okay, so you're still working, basically.
I'm basically working, and I'd be up early on the weekends trying to get to everything I didn't do during the week. So
I mean, you'd be looking fly on Monday. So
got my beauty sleep, and just get the outfits together. That's it.
So our next question is tea, coffee, or matcha?
Ooh. Gotta give it to the tea, man. Tea. I was gonna say I was between matcha and the tea, but I have to go with tea.
Yeah, you're
because I hate coffee. I hate coffee. I hate the taste of coffee. I hate the smell of coffee. I do not like coffee.
Oh wow.
Matcha I like matcha. It's good, but
the performative bro.
No, I'm not a performative bro, so I gotta go with my straight peppermint tea, whatever.
Yeah. So as we know, this episode is about, university. We just want to talk to you about your university experience. But before we even get into that, we want to take it back to high school days. What was that like for you, even getting to this point where you're now a teacher and a guidance counselor? Did you always want to be a teacher? Was that something you had in mind? What was that like in high school?
Never thought of ever becoming a teacher, ever, to be honest. I love school, though. As someone who, I just enjoyed going to school. I think during my time, we really had a good group of friends around me, some great teachers. Shout out to Miss Russell, who was my high school teacher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she taught me. I was one of her first students, when she first started teaching.
Oh, I did not know
Literally.
that.
I was so surprised finding that out.
Yeah, she taught me. She taught me grade 11 and 12. Yeah.
Wow.
So, I had a great group of friends. I loved high school. I loved going. I was very involved academically, extracurriculars on sports teams, clubs, everything. Got valedictorian. I did a whole thing. But I never thought about being a teacher. And I think I say this a lot. I think it's because I didn't really see a lot of black male teachers. Growing up, K to 12, I only had one black male teacher. So it never crossed my mind that I could become a teacher. Initially, I wanted to be a lawyer. Went to York, did my undergrad in criminology, and then year 3 I was like, it's not what I want to do. Yeah. And I was doing a lot of workshops in the community, in schools, with youth, and my mentor tapped me at the time. She's like, why don't you be a teacher? Have you thought about it? I was like, I've never thought about that. And then I decided to go to teachers college instead of law school after uni.
Oh, nice.
Look at you now.
Here I am, 6 years in.
Impacts. I love that.
Wow. So it was your 3rd year in where you realized, in your journey, this is not for me.
Yeah, it was 3rd year in. I was like, I don't know if I want to be initially I wanted to be a criminal lawyer, but then I was like, I don't know if I want to do that anymore because I just thought about all the work that I didn't think I was going to be as passionate about it. So then, I decided to switch gears, but it shows that you can switch gears.
Yeah,
and
you can
anytime. My family was really supportive too. Some disappointment, because law money is good money, teacher money. Hey, to be honest, it's good, but not great.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I was also thinking of getting my teacher's degree.
Yeah.
Going to teachers college, and people always tell me like, oh, the pay isn't that great, blah blah this and that. But I'm like, I've done co-op. I really enjoyed being in the classroom environment, and I like coming to school every day. So I don't know. I feel like it's, you know, kind of my pathway, but you know, you never know. You know, I could switch up, kind of like what happened with you. But so far, like I do want to like go to teachers college and stuff like that. I do plan on actually going to York. I got my acceptance. So
congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats. Jeez.
So when we look at university, because I think a lot of things that we talk about with, you know, my peers, grade 12s, is what would that look like, you know, getting into university, and what is that experience? And a lot of people who are in university always say, you know, it's always very different from high school. There's always a lot of things that you should expect, things that you should, you know, put your mind out for. So what would you say were some of the shocking factors when you got into university?
I think just the level of writing was very much was a lot higher than what I was used to in high school. Like, yeah, you really have you have to elevate your writing, and I had to learn very quick how to improve my writing. Like, I remember, and the concepts I was learning about in university were these very huge concepts I had never heard of before in high school. So like these theories and things. So that was really challenging, but I adapted really quick. I figured it out. I realized, okay, what I needed to work on in terms of my writing. But once I started, you know, reading more, writing more, I got better really quickly, and I was able to really do really well in my first year. But it was really hard. Like a lot of late nights. But I love that I got to experience that, because I feel like when I got my degree, I was proud of it because I worked so hard.
Yeah, I did that.
So the pressure was definitely very different. Yeah. Like the transition from high school into university.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Okay. Yeah, definitely not excited.
Yeah, but the thing is, you find a community, right? Like I was able to find friends, people in my program. It made it a lot easier.
In terms of friendship, I think it's kind of like a lot in terms of finding community and finding your own people in university. And I think that one of the things that I think about right now is being able to go into uni and just, you know, get that clique of people very fast, and just, you know, maybe the first week of uni I have like my own set of people. What does that look like, finding community in university? And was it fair for you? Was it easy for you to get community and just find spaces where you could blend into?
Yeah, I think my first year I just used to go to school and go home. Like for the first few months of my first year, I had friends that went to York from high school, so we'd see each other here and there on campus, and we'd get lunch together and stuff like that. But for the most part, I wasn't really involved. So my class was done, I was on the bus going home. And then it wasn't until one of my friends pulled me in one day. He's like, "Oh, like come join this club." It was called UPSA, the York United Black Student Alliance. It's like a BSA at York. He's like, "Yo, come join this club." I was like, and I was a bit shy, to be honest. I'm shy around new people. I'm shy around accessing new spaces, especially on my own. So thankfully I had him. He pulled me in, and then I started attending their meetings. You know, eventually I joined the team. And then once I joined the club, that's when everything changed for me, because I met so many more people. I was way more involved. I was going to events, planning events, meeting different people, going on trips. Like I'm glad he pulled me, because if not, I would have just continued going to school and going home and not being involved and having a terrible, maybe boring like university experience.
So it was essentially just finding those youth spaces and clubs, affinity clubs, to be a part of that really helped you.
And the first year I was actually also on the York track team. I did, but I left the team. I was decent, but I wasn't elite. So I left the team because we had practice like every day, and we had meets every weekend. So it's like, and I was working part-time. I didn't have no time to work. Like literally the schedule was so packed, and then I got a really bad knee injury, so I left the team. But that's another way to build community, to be on a sports team.
You know how some people don't know if they want to go to university, and you know how there's always a myth like, oh, you're not going to do good if you don't go to uni, like college is also not the best, like, you know, people say that, or like not going at all. Like, what are like, you know, pathways, like the myths that people can break and stuff like that without going to uni, like successful people that made it without going to university?
Yeah, I think it really depends on what you want to do. Like, if you want to be a lawyer, you have to go to uni. But if you want to be a chef, you go to college. So there's no one better than the other. And like even at colleges nowadays, you can get degrees. Same degrees you would have got at university, you can get into college. So it's a lot more. Yeah, well, the degrees would be around the same time, like 4 years to do a degree at a college. But it just shows how they're blended now. You don't have to go to university only to get a degree. you can go to college and get the same degree and it's valued the same way. And then yeah, the pathway just depends. Not one is better than the other. It just depends what you want to do. As I said,
I used to think that, going to college was a lot more faster because I never really looked into colleges like that, but it was just like a predominant thought in my mind that, if you're going to college, you're going there because you just want to get through it as fast as you want to. So I usually just think that degrees in colleges are a lot more shorter than degrees in university.
Yeah, it really depends. So some college, generally if you're doing a diploma, 2 years usually, 2 to 3 years for a diploma in college, where you need, it's usually 4 years to get a degree. But if you're doing a degree at university, which has the same requirements as a degree if you're doing a degree in college, which has the same requirements as a degree in university, it's generally gonna be the same amount of time, like 4 years. But it just depends on which program you want to do, how long you want to be in school, because there's college programs that are 1 year, like certificate programs, diploma programs that are 2 years, advanced diploma programs that are 3 years, and then degree programs that are 4 years. So there's a large range of things you can do in college and be successful. People have become famous chefs, like this, you know what I mean?
I don't know, like I had thoughts about going to college and even doing an apprenticeship, but for some reason, like I've always been put in a box or like just given the idea that it's not as prestigious and stuff like that, like, oh, you're not gonna make it like good, like you're not gonna make a lot of money, you're not gonna be successful if you don't go to university. And like I'm hearing a lot more stories now of people not going to university and them still making out very good. So yeah, that's also really good to hear about.
Yeah, and I think it's important that parents and families, like, they are aware that like to kind of destigmatize college, because a lot of people feel like it's lesser than, like, it's not as prestigious, all of these things. And
for sure.
We also have a call-in from a different student that had some questions.
We're gonna have to read out because they sent in an email, a few things that they're struggling with.
So not a call, an email.
They said, "Hi, Mr. Harriott. Hi, Damian and Ryeda. So lately, I've been struggling a lot with feeling behind in life. Okay, it's not even just about school pressure. It's about everything around me. It's more like everyone around me seems to have direction, and I don't. So I'll sit in class and hear a lot of people talk about universities, career plans, and things that they want to do after high school. And I just find it very kind of frozen that I have nothing in mind yet. At home, I also feel a lot of pressure because my family keep asking me what I'm going to do after high school, and I don't really have any answer as to what I could say. So I end up always saying I'm still figuring it out. But even that starts to feel a lot more embarrassing after a while. So my question is, how do you deal with the feeling of uncertainty without it turning into stress or feeling like I'm falling behind than everyone else?
Wow.
That's really deep.
That's a huge question. Wow. How do you deal with the feeling of uncertainty? I think all of us at one point in our life, we're going to have to start to trust ourselves and really disconnect from everyone and listen to ourselves. And that takes a lot of, it takes patience, it takes mindfulness, but I think the answer comes when you can sit quietly and listen to yourself. But then as well, I think trying different things, like trying things you never would have tried in your life. Like that's why I think co-ops are so important. That's why I think trying to find different part-time jobs. That's why I think volunteering is so important. Because it's through those different activities that you actually find out what you enjoy, what you'd be happy doing. And maybe this person, they haven't maybe had opportunity to like do different activities, initiatives, events, whatever, to kind of feel out what they love doing. So I think it's a combination of those two things, like just getting to that point. I know as a young person, it's really hard. There's so much pressure, family, friends, peer pressure, like social media pressure. But we have to, I think, even adults, I feel the pressure sometimes too, but it's like learning how to be offline, because offline, when you're online, there's so many expectations that are being thrown in your face. Find the moments to be offline, find the moments to sit with yourself, asking yourself important questions, journaling, talking to people, talking to friends, seeing what other people are doing, watching podcasts like this. And then, just being patient with yourself and give yourself grace. I think that's how you move through the uncertainty. Being kind to yourself.
Being able to trust yourself, like you said, I thought that was a great point to make, because I feel like a lot of times people just have a lot to say. And when you listen to a lot of things that people have to say, you get distracted from what it is that you really want. And I think when you're able to connect with yourself and just like make friends, find community, and be involved as well, you're really going to find something. and it starts making sense at the end of the day.
100%.
So I guess that's pretty much all we have today.
Yeah.
We just want to say thank you for coming and just
Yes.
for giving us a little chat
Yes.
about your experience in high school and university as well.
Thank
We
you.
really do appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Thank you for the opportunity and
Of
for
course.
inviting me.
For sure, definitely. Maybe not have you back, but yeah, we'll see.
No.
First and last time, we will not see me again.
Maybe in season 3.
Yeah, maybe season 3. Yeah, that for sure. With that said, I think we're done with this episode of Hot Segments. We're gonna see you. Hot topics. So now you reminded me the topic. Okay, so I think with that said, we're done with the hot topic segment episode. Look out for the next episode coming out next month. And also, if you have any questions, if you have anything that you're thinking about university, school, pressure, friends, family, do not forget to send it to us, and we'll take it up in our next episode.
Thanks. Bye.